So far, we've not looked at the concept maps, and that's often the case. The maps have served a purpose in one respect. They've been the sounding board, they've enabled a reflection on the research focus. But you might want to do something more with them, and you can code the maps. And to do so, we highlight what we want to code. So I shall highlight this part here, because that's relating to fixed term contracts and part-time work career. And highlight the segment, right click and code. So I can code to recent nodes. And let's put that into part-time work. So we're probably got a very similar picture there because I've just coded that previously. Okay, but I've coded that data now. And I might want to code again. So we've got valuable experiences, lots of travel. That's coming around this time. It's a PhD scholarship in there. So we could code that. And where would we code that to? I don't know, amazing work. You'd need to think where you'd code it to, or whether you'd make a new node. Okay, so we've put that in there. And if we made a new node, we might call it travel experiences. And I can code that again. Code, new node, and travel experiences. So I've already made that, but if you wanted to, you just make a new node. I'll put it in travel experiences. So a point to think about here is, would you have a separate set of code you only use for the pictures, for the images, or would you have one coding framework? And we'd recommend you have one coding framework, even though there might be certain codes that are predominantly used for the images and others that are predominantly used for the other data, but one code set that we could use for all data if it's relevant. So I'm now just going to take a look at those nodes. So I've just made this one, the travel experiences. We've got one reference in it, so let's have a look. So this is the coded area. Of highlighted picture. So usually it turns up like this, or as a reference. And often when we put it up, it comes in this format reference, and we've got the pixels of the area of the graph, of the chart, and we can click on the chart to go back to it and see where that highlighted rectangle was. But the picture's good to know about, because here it is. Here's the region. I can make that a bit bigger so I can see there what we've got. So that would be one way of working with the visual data, if you choose to do so. And a quick aside, I'm just going to go into the other data, open up another node here. Sometimes we get given a reference. It's a short sentence that's been coded. So if I highlight that and right click, see where it says coding in context. At the moment there's none, so no context then. I can make that broad. So now we've got the coded text. That's been coded, but you can see it in context and read it in context. So that's just a little aside that can be a useful tip, especially if you've only coded like a little bit of data. So we might want to know more about it. So And by right-clicking, encoding and context, we can also custom. So we can have just a few words, a paragraph, the entire text, we can customize. Okay, so I've just given there a few words either side, so it should be cast as 10 words here. So you could be working with the visual data. In fact, for some research, that might be the main data set, and you put it through the processes of coding in the same way. Initially, when we're looking at the map, we might not know what code word to give it. So we code, we give descriptions, and gradually as we work, it becomes more refined and sometimes more abstract or more conceptual. So that will end this video, but I just didn't want you to be thinking, oh, they've not done anything at all with the concept maps. See, that's just one thing we could do. And it'd be up to you in your own projects, of course, how you deal with your visual data if you have it.